They weren't just a front three, they were a force of nature. Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez, and Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. Together, they didn't just play football, they redefined it. From 2014 to 2017, these three turned every match into a masterclass, a show, a spectacle. Today, we're diving into how MSN, Messi, Suarez, Neymar, became the most feared, electric, and arguably the greatest trio in football history. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and drop a like. Now let's get into it. It all started in the summer of 2014. Barcelona had just endured a disappointing season. They needed change, and they needed goals. Enter Luis Suarez, signed for €81 million from Liverpool, fresh off a 31-goal Premier League season. And yes, fresh off that World Cup biting incident. Neymar had joined the year before, a young prodigy from Brazil still finding his rhythm in Europe. And Messi, already a living legend. But could these three massive personalities really click? Fans were excited, critics were skeptical, but no one knew what was about to happen. It didn't start smoothly. Suarez was suspended until late October. Messi and Neymar carried the load until he returned. But when Suarez stepped onto the pitch, something clicked. The chemistry? Instant. In the 2014-15 season, MSN combined for an insane 122 goals in all competitions. They demolished defenses, played with flair, interchanged seamlessly. Their crowning glory? The 2015 UEFA Champions League final. Juventus stood no chance. MSN all scored or assisted. Barcelona won 3-1. The treble was complete, and MSN was born not just as a trio, but as a dynasty in the making. If the first season was the explosion, the second was the domination. MSN scored 131 goals in 2015-16, breaking their own record. Suarez even outscored Messi and Ronaldo, winning the European Golden Shoe with 59 goals. Their off-pitch bond was just as strong. No egos, just brilliance. Suarez's grit, Neymar's flair, Messi's genius. They terrorized La Liga, won the Copa del Rey, and made defenders question their careers. Every goal celebration felt like a party, and the football, pure art. But even the brightest stars can burn out. The 2016-17 season saw tension rise. Barcelona struggled with consistency. Messi was still dominant, but the midfield was losing its edge. And Neymar, now 25, wanted to step out of Messi's shadow. In the Champions League, they pulled off the remontada, that legendary 6-1 comeback against PSG. But it masked deeper issues. They were eliminated in the next round by Juventus. And Neymar? He was done being number 2. August 2017, the unthinkable happened. PSG triggered Neymar's €222 million release clause, the most expensive transfer in history. Barcelona fans were stunned. MSN over just like that. Messi and Suarez stayed, but the magic, it never fully returned. MSN. In just 3 seasons, MSN racked up 364 goals. Barcelona 173 assists. 9 major trophies, including a treble. No other front three in modern history has matched that level of output, consistency, and flair in such a short time. And this wasn't just stat heading, they did it against the best on the biggest stages, and they made it look easy. So what made MSN the greatest trio? First, balance. MESA, the orchestrator, the finisher, the magician. Mures, the warrior, the finisher, the enforcer. Neymar, the dribbler, the flair, the wild card. Second, chemistry. They weren't just teammates, they were friends. Their selflessness and understanding made it all click. And finally, fun. They played like they were enjoying every second. For them and for us, it wasn't just football, it was joy. MSN only lasted 3 years, but in that time, they created memories that will last forever. They weren't just a great attack. They were the perfect storm of talent, timing, and trust. And for a few seasons, they gave us football in its purest, most beautiful form. That's why MSN will always be remembered as football's greatest trio. Who was your favorite in MSN? Drop a comment below. Like, subscribe, and don't miss our next football deep dive.